Okay, so I'm labeling it. Follow on from the next one, which was the one of two rant. But like as I said at the start, so yeah, I'll circle back around to what I was initially saying about the bullshit about me wanting children. No, I remember that, like, even in the interview, it was weird. The interview in August 2014, that's one of the things that was asked in immigration. I was like, oh, you meant to say yes. You meant to be a yes person to all these questions. Do you like to travel? Like, well, I actually don't. Hate traveling with a passion. So I'm there going, oh, maybe you have to say yes to all these. I'm like, because I was like, that's a bit weird. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, I love the travel. No, I don't hate traveling. Um, and then like me, I like to be put. I like to be in the city, and that's it. Don't like to ever leave the city. Hate being outside the city with a passion. I don't know why people thought I have an issue with the city. I've never said that. Maybe they caught the acting scene from 2016 and 2018, but anyway. Then I got monitored and surveillance, so all the monitoring and surveillance is wrong, but oh well, it didn't come from me. It came from stupid government departments that think they're entitled. So, yeah. Okay, circle back around. Children. You know, no. No thanks. No, I like my city life. Yeah, with a dog. I don't even like relationships, so which is why I always stay single. Um, but no. And here's the weird crap. Oh God, no, I'm too tired to go into it, but I'm going to say this. This is how I knew that Christy Childs was messaging Stephanie DeSalis, whatever, because in 2015 she's like, "Oh, you know, you should have had children with that. What was that friend of yours, Stephanie?" Like, fucking hell. So I was playing a big prank on those idiots with that as well. God, that light is right in my eyes. Hang on. Oh, forget it. So yeah, no thanks. Oh God, fucking children, no, no thank you. I like my money, assets, belongings, my car, apartment, and so forth. Um, and then it was like, oh, because he only goes out with straight men. I mean, that's why I was getting on the tangent with Karen Hurley, sorry, because that's what she said. Make it up. Oh, we always with straight. I'm like, they're not straight. Just because some guys in the closet doesn't mean they're straight. That's insane. Giovanni had a kid, and it's like, yeah, but you wouldn't expect him to because he was never married and he was never with that person. My ex before him, John Cabino, John had children. It's like, yeah, but John was so camp. The last, like when he told me he was married before, I was like, how did your wife not know? And he goes, oh, she knew. It's like, yeah, even Lillian Cabino was like, oh, yeah, I knew he was gay. It's like, yeah, how could you not? Like, he's a screaming queen. Like Make's partner John Cabana was a streaming queen, so I never expected him to have children. 3 months into the relationship, it was just before my birthday in April, 2005. 2005, my 26th birthday. Um, he tells me that he had kids. I'm like, what? I had no idea. I wasn't expecting that from him, and I was like, "Oh," and because that's right, because he goes, oh, I suppose you're gonna like." He was so camp. I was so camp. You're gonna leave me now because I've got children. I'm thinking, well, I would have if I had have known straight away because I don't want kids. It's like that's the thing. I was like thinking to myself, oh well, if I had have known straight away, like if we met and the first thing out of your mouth was, oh, I've got children, because that's why I left him as well. That's part of that as well. I remember telling Giovanni that that was part of it, and yeah, um, not for the yeah, his kids are lovely, but I didn't want family stuff. Um, and yeah, I was like, well, if you meet someone and they say, oh, by the way, I've got kids, you don't, it's like, oh, okay, then you can be like, look, it's not what I'm looking for, someone that's got kids, whatever. But 3 months into it, and he's like, oh, I suppose you're going to leave me now because I got children. I'm like, well, if you had upset it straight away, I would have, but now I can't after we've been dating 3 months, type thing. So they make up these fucking stories. My family, it's like people or groups and organisations make up stories like, well, Joey Mena didn't have kids, Sam Delati didn't have kids. They were openly gay guys, younger or my age. They just make up fucking shit. All these people do. I dated Sam Delati, dated Joey Mena. Well, fucking over it. Anyway, that's it too. This is where all these people who don't know me, or people who didn't know me before Giovanni, started saying stuff, basically. And that's where I started getting the tangent with Karen Hurley or Karen Ward. It's Hurley, but I think she became Ward. I don't know. Anyway. Karen, she's a fucking Karen. Larry Altivilla's ex-mother-in-law. Started with that type of bullshit as well. I'm like, oh, this is ridiculous. And because they're such houso people where they think that some masculine guy has to be straight and they can't be gay. So, oh, they don't look gay. And like, oh, that's right. Karen, that's right. She has this belief. She's weird. Oh, she works on mental health. That's the thing. She's one of those freaks that belong in mental health. She goes, oh, they must use drugs to be gay. It's like, no. That's like, she's not normal in the head, the way she thinks. She's fucked up. She's a fucking loser that works for mental health. Karen, like, she works in Hornsby mental health unit crap. She's insane. She belongs in it. Like, when I first fucking met her, oh my God, not long after meeting Larry, oh my fucking God. The first thing she said, like, she come for a breakfast when we were catching up. I'm like, why would you bring your freak mother-in-law for fucking breakfast? And she's like going boasting how she ran over one of her husbands in the car and got away, like, deliberately, and got away with it. So I'm like, was he dead? Like, she's just a fucking loser. So yeah, this freak, and she was making all this bullshit about gay guys. It's like, clearly you don't know. You've had no exposure. Clearly you're someone from Mount Druitt that moved to the Central Coast, because you're behaving like someone from Mount Druitt that moved to the Central Coast. Clearly. Because, gay men is not some flamboyant thing. There's all different, same as different straight men. Like, clearly you have no exposure of life at all, and you project some bullshit. So, yeah. Like, she would look at guys and she's like, oh, they would have to, they're not gay. It's like, they are gay. And she's just a fucking weirdo. I can't stand her, I never could. And she projects her job onto people, and it's like, but you're a fucking wizard. I was forced to go onto a cruise with her, seriously, and because I was in the bad books of my partner Gio, I was like, oh fucking hell, we do this favor for Gio. I'm like, I don't want to be on this fucking cruise with her. She's a fucking nut job. And Gio's like, well, you can't back out. I told Larry that you're gonna do it as a favor. And I'm like, fucking doing it like you do it, Gio. Like, you go. You don't keep it on. I don't want to fucking go to keep it on. It's a fucking nut job. Oh, I can't stand her. Anyway, all right. I'll leave it there. I can explain all this stuff in detail, which probably need to explain in detail with a solicitor, because there is 9 years, almost 10 years of damages that need to be corrected. And people responsible need to be charged.